This is Athletes Lives Network exclusive interviews. Today our guest is Miss Tina Rogers, the proud mother of Andre Rogers, defensive tackle at Warren Central High School, class of 2012. How you doing, Ms. Rogers?
Fine, and you?
I'm doing real well. Basically what we want to do today is get information on who you are, and then your goals and expectations for your son Andre Rogers. So you can go ahead and talk to us.
Okay. My full name is Lentina Rogers, and I go by Tina for short. I was born in Mississippi, Belzoni, Mississippi, that is, and I was raised in Indianapolis. I'm 44 years old, and I am the divorced parent of 4 boys. Andre is the youngest son, and he followed in the footsteps of his 3 older brothers. All the boys played football, basketball, and baseball. All of them started at age 6. For Andre, it was probably a little bit more pressure for him. It came natural because it was just expected, because this is what everybody had done in the family. So they had expected Andre to really basically get a little bit farther than everybody else, since he was the last son. Right now, my goals for Andre is primarily for him to graduate from high school, go on to 4-year college, get a degree, if it's at all possible. I'm sure he want to be a football player, professional football player. If that doesn't work out for him, I'm sure he would like to go in a direction with a career with sports or something. He talked about being maybe a sports announcer before. He talked about maybe even teaching in a school like physical education, something that he can go back and even be a football coach or something of that nature. Most of all, I just want him to just gain knowledge and just become a productive citizen.
Gotcha. How important is sports to Andre?
Actually, sports has kind of kept Andre on a good track. Without that, I'm not sure how well he would have, worked for his grades. That kept him motivated to feel like, you got to stay on the team, because he struggled sometimes with behaviors and stuff like that in the classroom. But reminding him that you're not going to be able to be on a team, that helped him a lot focus a little bit more. He also had the neighborhood that they grew up in. There was a lot of kids not participating in sports. They had a lot of other activities, a lot of other things going on. So he had to make a lot of choices. So the sports kind of helped him lean toward a more positive choice. I think it helped him a lot with just building character and just making better choices, period.
Okay. What do you do for a living, Ms. Rogers?
I am a transportation director, and primarily is for schools. I've been a director for 12 years. I actually used to drive a school bus for 12, and then I've been in management for 12.
Okay. If I was to ask anybody that knows Andre about his character, what would they say?
I think the first thing they'll probably say that he's very polite and courteous, and pretty gentle. He's somewhat like a gentle giant. Andre has always been bigger than most of the kids in his classroom, so he's just now catching up to everybody's catching up to him, so to speak, when he gets to high school. So now people outgrew him, or he's pretty much in the right size and fit now. So he was pretty much like a gentle giant early on in life.
Okay. Now Andre currently holds a 3.4 GPA.
3.5.
3.5.
Yes.
How important is that to you?
Very important. Grades is going to really help you get where you need to go. There's a lot of people that's talented athletic-wise, but if you don't have the academics to go along with that, those people just pretty much just somebody just telling a story of what they could have done, should have done, or would have done. So, I try to encourage him to understand that without the whole package, you're really not going to go as far as you need to, or you're not going to be as successful as you could be if you don't get the whole package.
Okay. Why would Andre Rogers be an asset to any university in the country?
Well, he's typically a fun person, get along well with others. He loves to socialize, and he's a nice person, and he likes to see everybody get along. I would just say that he would just be an asset to anyone, because he will be a hard worker, good to be a part of a team. He's probably gonna give them the best he got, and generally it's always turned out to be pretty good, the best he got.
Gotcha. Ms. Rogers, I want to thank you for being on Athletes Lives Network. We work hard to make sure that Andre get all the exposure he needs, and I look forward to talking to you again in the future.
Okay, thanks.
This is Athletes Lives Network exclusive interviews. Once an athlete, always an athlete.